Hey guys, it's B Scott here for another episode of Ride Along. I'm here with P-Man.
Hey guys.
And as you can tell, it's snowing out, so this will be a short ride along.
Fucking figure, right?
I don't like to drive in the snow, especially if it's bad and it's supposed to get worse, so we're going to try to make it a quickie. But we do have a bit to talk about. We have Raw's debut on Netflix and SmackDown. NXT, sorry.
Yeah,
SmackDown.
so fucking I hope they don't do what they did this past week on Raw, which was like they had four lousy matches over 3 hours.
Yeah. So let's talk about Raw. So of course The Rock was there.
When he basically undid all that build up from last year.
And then he did a live backstage and he drank something with Cody Rhodes. And he also drank and drive.
Exactly. Maybe a role model there.
Triple H did his typical, "Are you ready?" and had the big pyro.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan got booed.
Oh Jesus Christ!
In Los Angeles because it's a Democratic stronghold.
Well, that's not the reason why they booed him, because Undertaker voted for Trump too. They didn't boo him.
But he's not a racist.
Well, that's the reason why they booed Hogan, and not because of his politics, not because he's not a Democrat. It's because he was racist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of tied into his politics. But anyways.
Well, not necessarily.
But that's true. But yeah. So Hogan came out and did a little thing because it's Great American Beer, which I want to try.
It's Real American Beer, I think, isn't it?
Real American Beer, which I want to try, but I don't believe it's here, obviously. But yeah, so that's sponsored now. Also, Raw here in Canada has 0 commercial breaks apparently.
Well, if you have the ad-free Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was weird because like I fucking hate the fact that I have to get Netflix to watch Raw.
Yeah.
But you know, what other choice do I? Because literally everything's going on there. All the WWE pay-per-views, all Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all of that, right? The only thing that's not on there, I think, is Saturday Night's Main Event. But even I don't know about that right now. So, that's the part that pisses me off. Is literally everything. The WWE Network's gone. Sportsnet's now got TNA, apparently, on Fridays. So yeah, so that's fine. So I'm pissed about that. But yeah, it was weird because did you notice like a lot of times it was just like dead air for like the longest time?
So I don't have Netflix, so I don't know. But I heard when it's on a so-called commercial break, it's dead because like that's what happens if you're there live. If the commentators aren't talking, so it's dead.
Well, that I'm not talking about that necessarily. I'm talking about like you hear them talk for a little bit, and then it just randomly cut off, and then after like a minute or so, you hear them come back in.
That could be streaming issues.
Possibly, but there's no buffering or anything like that.
That's an interesting thing.
I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna watch obviously SmackDown later.
Yeah.
See if that's the same. You know what sucks is Okay, so I am gonna talk about SmackDown very briefly for a second because I guess it was supposed to be on Netflix, but I couldn't for the life of me, I couldn't find it anywhere. I was searching SmackDown live January 10th, January 17th, yada yada yada, but no January 3rd. I'm like, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
And then of course you get a big moment like Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank to become the new women's champion.
It wasn't on Netflix last week.
Yeah, so where the fuck was it? It wasn't on Sportsnet. It wasn't on Fox. It wasn't on USA. It wasn't fucking anywhere. Yeah, that's my point.
I don't know. It must have been... But it might have been a pre-tape because it was the holidays.
Well, that don't matter. They should have still showed it.
Yeah.
They show pre-tapes all the time. Anyway, so of course it figures to miss a big moment like Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank to become the new women's champion. Fucking figures, right? The one SmackDown I have to miss, and it's a big moment like that happening.
What else? Travis Scott came out smoking a joint.
Yeah, which is funny. Like they show stuff like that, but they still cut out swearing and stuff. Because I remember, apparently I didn't watch that segment, but on NXT, The Rock apparently swore and they cut him out. And then I think it happened on Raw a few times too, where it was just like cut out for a few seconds for this. And I'm not talking about what I was saying earlier, like it was like a solid minute of nothing, but it was cut out for the audio cut out for a few seconds and then come back. And it's like, oh, okay, somebody must have said a bad word. So,
speaking of NXT, we have a new NXT champion.
Well, let's finish Raw first.
Okay.
Let's finish Raw first. Jeez and crepes. We're trying to make this as long as we can.
Yeah.
So throw your ones up for the original tribal chief finally getting Zula Fala back. Throw your ones up, folks. Fucking finally. And it was strange too. Like I mentioned earlier, like The Rock pretty much undid all that build from last year. Because he was joking around with Cody, he gave him a hug and stuff, and then the thing with Roman, he comes out. I think it was after the match, the tribal combat, and you see him like he's standing there, and he's like he puts the Ula Fala on Roman, and he just stands there and he gives him his props and whatever, and everybody's like, well, is something gonna happen? Is that, but no, nothing. So I don't know.
You know what? This all could be a part of the plan.
Well, yeah, The Rock did say he was 20 steps ahead apparently. So I guess so, but like we still don't even know if he's gonna be there at WrestleMania.
Do we think we'll see him at the Chamber in Toronto, or maybe at SmackDown?
I guess that's a possibility, but he doesn't normally do B-level pay-per-views.
That's true.
I mean, I know he came out at the end of Bad Blood for now, we don't even know what kind of reason, because like I said, he was doing the whole thing with Cody and with Roman, so who knows? So yeah, so fucking 4 matches over 3 hours. That's I hope that's not the standard going forward. I really don't. And speaking of 3 hours, apparently SmackDown's going to 3 hours now, but only temporarily until like June or July or something.
They want to try it out, and then,
yeah, I guess it's more ad revenue, and it gives people more of a chance to be on the show, because you don't see a lot of them.
That's true.
All the time, very often.
So John Cena's retirement tour.
Yeah, apparently he was the first to declare himself for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And
then apparently off air, CM Punk did the same thing. That's what I heard anyway. So we have the first 2 participants.
Exactly.
I hope Cena. It'll be hilarious if Cena enters the Rumble and gets eliminated right away.
Yeah.
You get like that surprise elimination spot where it's like somebody is getting beat up for most of the match. It's like they don't even get in the, like, you remember I remember years ago it was, but when Heath Slater was like getting beat up outside the ring for the longest time, and then Sheamus comes in, throws him in the ring, and then Heath Slater tosses him out like 2 seconds later.
That's true. But it's his final Rumble. I don't think they're going to embarrass him like that.
Well, he doesn't. Well, it's John Cena. The dude's been embarrassed before.
No, I know. But if it's your retirement tour, you don't really want to be remembered that for your final Rumble. But who knows?
That's, at the same time, it'd be a great way to put over a young talent.
That's true.
Like, what's a good example? Maybe who's a young up and comer, like Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Imagine if Carmelo's in the ring, Cena comes out, and then Carmelo eliminates him.
That's true.
Think how huge that would be for, especially since he's a heel. That'd be. I mean, I know Cena's. I don't think Cena's necessarily. I think he's a free agent, so I don't think it necessarily matters where they put him.
Yeah.
So they could have that be a little mini feud for that. Put over Carmelo, or it's another. Maybe Oma Femi will be in the Royal Rumble, and he'll eliminate Cena.
He's NXT champion.
So, NXT champion's been in Royal Rumble before.
Are they allowed? Oh.
Yeah. It's NXT. It's not the world champ. It's not like you're fucking Gunther or something.
That's true.
You'd be in the Royal Rumble.
That's true.
NXT champ's been in the Rumble all the time. So we had Cena obviously announcing his world. Apparently, too, they were supposed to have the Women's Intercontinental Finals take place on Raw, but for some reason they pushed it back. So now it's next week, which is dumb. Because, I mean, they had more than enough time. All this time they spent on fucking promos and shit. And backstage segments and what have you. They could easily cut a couple of those and had like a, 6-7 minute Women's Intercontinental title match. But no, they didn't. What else happened? Rhea Ripley finally regained her women's title.
Yeah, that was cool. And then the American Badass came out at the end.
That was even more random than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
than at WrestleMania. Like,
I
okay,
expected her to hop on the back of the motorcycle. I expected her to hop on the back.
did she? I didn't see that part.
No, but I expected her to.
Apparently, that was supposed to be Becky Lynch's return.
But you know what? I don't think she did, because like that would take away from the women's movement riding the back of a man's motorcycle. Right?
Well, if it was any other random dude, I would say it's a fucking Undertaker, dude.
No, I know, but still, you know, in this day and age, you know how liberals are nowadays. And you're in California. Speaking of which, sorry to hear about the wildfires.
Yeah, that's something.
Which is funny enough, they happened right before Raw, so thank God Raw could happen.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't even think. Well, it was in Hollywood mostly, wasn't it? Or like
Well,
San
no, because
Francisco?
UFC is supposed to have an event there tomorrow, and they're thinking about maybe canceling or moving it. But I don't know. Yeah, hard to say.
So let's see what else happened. Finally got Rollins versus Punk, and you know what pissed me off about that? That meant like. There's this one, well, there's a few parts in the match, but there's this one main part of the match where Rollins hits his stomp on Punk, and he rolls him fucking towards the rope.
Yeah.
Like, roll him away from the rope, you stupid idiot. Like, that totally killed it for me. I'm like, come on, dude, you should know better than that. You've been a wrestler for what? You've been WWE for what, 13 years at this point? You should know better by now.
Yeah.
But no, he rolls him towards the fucking rope, and when you know it, Punk had the rope break. And, yeah, so that was great. What else happened?
On Raw, we're talking about.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for Raw. Pretty much, you see the New Day, they're getting booed even harder than Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're right, technically. Like, I didn't like it either, what they did to Big E either, but they were right. They didn't do anything to him. They just kicked him out, that's all.
That's true.
Like, you know, something else I was gonna say. Oh, speaking of Dom, did you see he tried to get back with Rhea after she won the talent? She fucking took him to.
She took him down, yeah.
Yeah, she as wrestling YouTuber Brian Zane would say, she took him to Dick Kick City.
Yeah.
Right, the Nakaniki. So that was Raw pretty much. I don't think anything else happened. So let's go on to NXT. We got two new champions. The beautiful Madness, Julia. She finally won the NXT Women's title. And then, of course, Obafemi, who supposedly took out Eddie Thorpe before the match. And, so Obafemi beat Trick Williams to become the NXT champion. So it means I think we could be seeing them both, Trick and Roxanne, be called up to the main roster pretty soon.
Of course. That's what usually happens.
Not always, but yeah.
Or they make their debuts in the Rumble. And then
Well, they probably will, yeah, and then they'll actually debut around after WrestleMania.
That's true.
That's how it usually goes.
Or they debut on WWE and go, on Raw or SmackDown and go, hey, I'm entering the Royal Rumble.
When's the last time that actually happened, though?
But wouldn't that be something?
I mean, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, that's never happened before.
Yeah, because he's got to whoop that trick.
Yeah.
And then, of course, The Rock came out and made a very, I think, stupid promo.
Weird.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. I was just like, I had no interest in it, because it's just going to say, like, random stuff, and then that
he did make some jokes about the Cody Crybabies. And then, of course, he came because his daughter's in charge. Eva, whatever.
By the way, she's one of the worst GMs in history, just saying.
Why don't you like her?
Because she's a dumb GM.
How's she dumb?
Well, the whole thing with Eddie Thorpe, for one thing.
Okay.
Like, she got punked out, because it's just like...
Yeah.
Oh, I took myself out, and then she didn't even do anything. She just, like, kept him in the match.
But remember, NXT developing, so they're also developing general managers.
Yeah, I think Regal was better, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's more senior. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But the whole point of NXT is developmental. So even the GM has to be up and coming, because then maybe one day Ava takes over for Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce.
Oh, God.
You might not be saying that in a few years, just saying.
Who knows?
So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Regarding NXT?
Because I do want to bring up one more topic, because I know we do want to try to make this worth it. This video.
I think I watched something, but I can't remember what the hell it was now. Oh, well, forget it. Just go ahead.
Let's talk. Okay, so Friday Night SmackDown is coming here at the end of February, the day before the Elimination Chamber. Those ticket prices are ridiculous. I don't know if it's just here, but now here's the problem. So once I looked at it, the facility fees, like, which is a venue fee per ticket, $60. That's what's killer. It's not even the tax.
That's no wonder they keep making so much money.
It's the facility fee. It's not the taxes. It's the facility fee. It's Scotiabank Arena. The cheapest ticket was $115, but there were some behind the stage for $89, which would want to sit there. Also, a lot of the upper bowl is kind of not available because they want everyone lower because it's small. Because you got to remember, it's smaller stage now. When they had the bigger stages, it was because they couldn't sell out, so then they could black out more seats. This is a smaller stage, so now, because most of the time they can sell out, they allow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, because they want people lower. So yeah, so we paid about $125 each, and that was for an aisle seat. Even though 1, 2, 3, they still consider 2 and 3 an aisle seat.
Well, yeah, because the only thing that's gonna suck about that is there's a fucking constant standing up.
Well, Brady wanted it because that's like he wants to stretch his legs in case he.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just saying it's gonna be annoying.
There's pros and cons, of course.
Yeah.
Because you got to get up and down, but still, like at least you get out faster.
That's true. Speaking of that, I find it kind of hilarious that it was actually the same price for the seats you got. Supposedly, it's the same ones in 100 level.
Yeah, which actually isn't that bad. But...
Yeah, I find it funny. Like it's the same price. I was so weird.
Yeah.
We should try this place here.
What was it called?
Petite Delights Desserts.
One day, and I think we've mentioned that before. Maybe 2 weeks. Another place to put on our list.
Another place we'll probably never actually visit.
What do you mean? We just visited Palladium at Fairview.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of places we'll say we'll go and we never go.
Like what?
Like fucking, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know there's a few of them.
We'll name them. We'll go visit them sometime.
Well, it's been a while since we
Markham
discussed.
Station we went to.
Yeah, that took forever.
Well, because we have to be in the mood and weather dependent. We are in Canada.
Yeah.
Also car dependent. But yeah, mark it on our list. It's near your house. We'll go. We'll do a food review. Oh! Did you want to do a little promo, aka a champ rants on my video about the weather? Because you're a little bit ticked off tonight.
Yeah, I'm a little miffed, shall we say.
So he has a show, I don't mean to speak for you, it's called Champ Rants on his YouTube channel, which I have promoted, and basically he rants about stuff. So he's going to give you a little taste right now of how it goes.
Well, I wasn't actually going to, but okay, put me on the spot.
I mean, I did ask you at first. So
And I said I didn't really feel like doing it, but okay, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, it's fucking weather, man. So I was planning on going to this place called Game Nation, which is up at Yonge and Shepherd. And then, of course, the fucking weather has to be shitty. I was going to sell some cars, make a few extra bucks, but yeah, fucking, nope.
Weather's
Fucking
bad
weather.
in Canada.
Fucking weather.
It's called winter.
And it's a pain in the ass to get out there by transit, so that's why I was
But to be fair, I told him that we would go in 2 weeks. If
Yeah,
the
we'll
weather dependent is January.
Again, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Weather dependent. But yeah, so that's a little bit of what you can expect on his show. How many episodes have you done? 2 or 3 so far?
3. I keep meaning to do more, but I never find the time.
You did a good one. I think it was about TTC.
Yeah, that was my first episode.
And then you did inflation, and then you did something else.
I did scammers.
Scammers was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, I hate scam. You guys probably know. You get people, random numbers calling you all the time. And you get this random automated message from usually in Chinese or some other foreign language. And it's just like, oh, come on. Or you get some guy from a call center in India,
Yeah. I just don't
Steve.
answer
A guy named Steve, probably.
You say that, and then you have a friend named Steve.
Yeah, but he's actually he's a black dude, not an Indian dude who's got somewhere. At least Steve's his Christian name, I think, as far as I know.
It's Christian. What?
As far as I know, that's his Christian name. Are
you saying he's?
No, I don't know if he's Christian.
I hope he doesn't watch our videos. I really don't.
I don't know if
he's
Christian.
You know his
I don't
religion?
know. I don't know. I'm just saying that's his given. I'm just saying that's his given name. That's not some random 20-syllable.
His English name.
Yeah, his actual name.
Christian name.
Not some made up name to make him sound like he's not from a different place, different country.
I mean, he could get a nickname like most people do. I'm not going there. So, those little nicknames they give.
Now that I'm thinking about it, there's something up Shepherd I've been meaning to check out for the longest time. So when we get there,
is it in Scarborough?
Yeah, it's just up the road.
Okay, where is it?
It's up that away somewhere. I don't know exactly.
Shepherd yet? No.
No, we're at Casebridge.
Left or right on Shepherd?
Left.
What is it? A bakery? You got to tell me what it is.
No, it's not a bakery. It's just some. Okay, so I work somewhere in this area. I'm not going to say where, obviously. And from where I work, I can see this. They've been building this place. I don't know if it's a not necessarily a stadium, but a arena or some kind of sports venue or something. I can't really tell exactly what it is from where I work, but
might be an arena.
They already have one. They're expanding on the one they already have. But anyway, yeah. So I want to check it out real quick. What else? Is there anything else?
Not really.
I keep forgetting. I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was going to talk about. We're gonna sign off and then I'm gonna remember it. Watch.
I can add it after. All right, guys, that's it for now. See you in 2 weeks.
See ya.